Hi everyone, this is Casey, and welcome to House Lorebridge. As we all know by now, HBO launched their new series, The House of the Dragon, on Sunday, and ever since then, all I can seem to think about is what dragons we could possibly be seeing throughout the course of the show. In this video, I would like to discuss some dragons that have been speculated that we will see throughout the show, and the dragons that I personally think we will see throughout the show, as well as some that I don't really think we will. So, here's your spoiler warning for spoilers for the book Fire and Blood, and potential spoilers for the House of the Dragon. First off, we have our two dragons who were introduced in episode 1, the Heirs of the Dragon. These dragons are Syrax, who is ridden by Princess Rhaenyra, and Caraxes, who is ridden by her uncle, Prince Daemon Targaryen. Now, I absolutely loved the look of these dragons. In the book Fire and Blood, nearly all the dragons have unique colors and body shapes, so I'm really hoping that seeing the differences between these two dragons will just be a hint at what's to come with the differences in the rest of the dragons. Next, I would like to talk about some dragons that have been speculated that we might see during Season 1. I saw this in an article that I will link down below in the description box. First off, it looks like we could possibly be seeing Veigar. Now, I feel like Veigar is a bit of an obvious dragon to be seeing, since he plays such an important role during the Dance of the Dragons. During our current storyline, Veigar is ridden by Laena Velaryon, who is the daughter of Lord Corlys Velaryon and Princess Rhaenys. After Laena's death, Veigar is claimed by Aemond Targaryen, who is also known as Aemond One-Eye. Aemond is the son of King Viserys and his second wife, Queen Alicent. It's also worth noting that Veigar, in the storyline at this point, is the oldest living dragon in Westeros. Next up, it looks as though we could possibly be seeing Sea Smoke. In the storyline, Sea Smoke was ridden by Laenor Velaryon, who is the son of Lord Corlys Velaryon and Princess Rhaenys. After Laenor's death, Sea Smoke is claimed by Aegon Velaryon, who is also known as Aegon of Hull. Aegon is supposedly a Velaryon bastard, but who his father is a bit unclear. Next up, it sounds like we could possibly be seeing Meleys. Meleys was also known as the Red Queen. Meleys was ridden by Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, who is the wife of Lord Corlys Velaryon. She is also known as the Queen Who Never Was. We could also potentially be seeing Sunfire. Sunfire was ridden by Aegon Targaryen. This Aegon is one of the sons of King Viserys and Queen Alicent. We could also possibly be seeing Tessarion, who is ridden by Prince Daeron. Prince Daeron is another of the sons of King Viserys and Queen Alicent. We could also be seeing Dreamfire, who is ridden by Helaena Targaryen. Helaena was the daughter of King Viserys and Queen Alicent, and she also was the wife of her brother Aegon. Lastly, of the dragons that we might see during Season 1, we have Vermathor. Vermathor was ridden by Hugh Hammer. Now, Hugh Hammer was what was called a dragon seed, meaning that he was a Targaryen bastard, born on Dragonstone. Hugh Hammer originally fights for Rhaenyra and her claim to the Iron Throne, but later fights for her half-brother Aegon. Now, let's get into the rest of the dragons that we could possibly be seeing during the rest of the series. Now, I don't think this list is really in any particular order based on who I would want to see or who I think is practical to see. First off, I think we could be seeing Arrax. Arrax was ridden by Lucerys Velaryon, who is the son of Princess Rhaenyra and Laenor Velaryon. We could also be seeing Vermax and Tyraxes. Now, they were both also ridden by sons of Rhaenyra and Laenor, Jacaerys and Joffrey, respectively. It would also make sense for us to see Stormcloud, who is ridden by Aegon, also known as Aegon the Younger. Now, this Aegon is the son of Princess Rhaenyra and her second husband and her uncle, Prince Daemon Targaryen. Another dragon that I feel like would be really, really awesome for the show if we see is a dragon named Sheepstealer. Sheepstealer was ridden by a woman named Nettles, who is another dragon seed. We could also be seeing Silverwing, who is ridden by Ulf White, another dragon seed. He is another one of the fighters who first starts fighting for Rhaenyra's claim and later betrays her and fights for her half-brother Aegon. The last two dragons on the list of dragons that I think we could be seeing are Schreichos and Morgul. I think if we do see them, it won't be for very long, as during the Dance of the Dragons, it sounds like they are pretty well kept in the dragon pit in King's Landing. First, Schreichos was claimed by Jaehaerys, who is the grandson of King Viserys and Queen Alicent, through the marriage of their children Aegon and Helaena. Morgul was claimed by Princess Jaehaera, who is also a child of Aegon and Helaena. Again, I don't believe we will see either of these two dragons in combat, but I do believe that we will see them during the storming of the dragon pit. Now, unfortunately, there are a few dragons that I don't think we will see, which is a pity because not many dragons survive the conflict. First off, I don't think we're going to see Moondancer, who is claimed by Baela Targaryen, who is one of the daughters of Daemon Targaryen and Laena Velaryon. I also don't believe that we will see Morning. Morning was a small dragon who had actually hatched during the Dance of the Dragons. She was claimed by Rhaena, who is another daughter of Daemon Targaryen and Laena Velaryon. Unfortunately, I also don't think that we will be seeing the Cannibal. The Cannibal was a wild dragon who was never tamed or ridden by anyone, so I don't think he will really have a part in the events of the Dance of the Dragons that the show is centered around. Honestly, the absence of Cannibal does make me a little bit sad, because I just feel like seeing a wild dragon would actually be pretty awesome. But this list could also be completely wrong, or partially right, or completely right. We don't know for sure if we will be seeing 17 dragons during the series, even though it has been heavily stated that we would. Honestly, I don't see how we could get through the Dance of the Dragons without showing a lot of these dragons, as they play such an important part in not just the war, the Dance of the Dragons, but also just Targaryen day-to-day life. Targaryens and dragons just go together, and dragons are really one of the only things that separates the Targaryens from the other noble families of Westeros. But what are your thoughts and opinions? Do you think that we'll actually get 17 dragons in the House of the Dragon? Do you have a favorite dragon? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.